welcome back to the farm. This is Tim with C&D Farms, and we are today's video, and it'll go into another day. We're not going to finish it today. This is more the introduction, and we'll hopefully going to film a little more of it this time. But I have borrowed a cattle working system from my neighbor and the person that I actually bought the cows. I bought the speckled part cows from. And so this one is a portable. It's a Arrowquip Quick Catch or Q Catch 74. The one I had before, again, great neighbors. When you're getting started, this stuff is expensive, and you just kind of need neighbors to help. You may rent it from your neighbors, borrow it, barter it, whatever you need to do sometimes just to get until you get your own. So this one's a little different. This one, when I looked at it, it's a trailer mount. You can see I've got right here, I can kind of, let me get there's the tongue that goes right there. I've got the tires right there that I'll have to jack up. I'll try to get some video because I'm going to move it. Originally, I was going to use it in the cattle pen, but I don't like how it's set up. And when we brought it in here, since I've brought it in here, it's been about a week now, I bought some used cattle panels. It was one of our neighbors had a round pen for horses, wasn't quite big enough, so they're detachable cattle panels that will work great for this. And so I'm gonna set them up and actually have it to where I've got a better flow into this system. So this one is the squeeze chute head gate. It's also got the head controller to where you can pull that down and keep your cow from moving her head back, which would be great if you're doing tagging the ears or need to work something around their head. So squeeze chute that goes in, it's got a palpitation cage or a vet cage right here, the squeeze chute here. Then it's got the alleyway. This is an alleyway that also kind of comes down and kind of squeezes in, kind of gives that cow a little bit of comfort when they go through that squeeze chute. They don't have a lot of space. Arrowquip, and I like this unit. It's just I don't have I'm just starting out, so I don't have the funding to buy something like this. So I may have to. I'm getting a squeeze chute, but I'm gonna probably do kind of piecemeal mine initially. And plus, most of my stuff is on this farm. People that use portable ones, they have cows in multiple locations, and in the long run, it's cheaper for them to buy something of this nature and then to build a working pen on every single pasture that they have. So but anyway, this one continue on down. It has a half tub. So, and then that gate over there, we'll kind of look more when we see that. This gate right here is a sweeping gate, so it moves. It's got a locking handle here, and we'll kind of come on in, and I'll kind of show. So when you come in, you'll see here that, sorry, I'm moving the camera around. If you can see it, you can kind of see right here. Now that will come in, so you this will open up all the way. The way I've got it, it won't. Cow comes in, and then you can kind of push them, and then we'll kind of look right here. We would open that gate, cow goes through the alley. So Arrowquip and a lot of the other ones too, their claim is the way their head gate is, the cow can see daylight, so they want to naturally go that way. It's all about the flow of the cattle. But as you can see, this was the working pen that was here when I bought the place, and this is a project one day, if we keep it here, to redo this. So that's one of the things. So right now, since this is movable, we set it up right here. I'm going to move it into my other pasture and then use the round pen panels to set up a better system to get the cows in here. That's the problem. The way I had it set up, it's hard. I had it kind of set up to where the cow would come in, but if it was a full tub, the cow could turn around. But the cow may get hung up here, even though I was just going to work the calves. So it's just going to be better if I move it. So I'm going to set that up. They say this is can be set up in, you know, 10 minutes or so or less. For me, it's going to take longer. I will set the video up and try to do some, but it's got jacks. I'll jack it up right here, raise it up, put the tire in, jack the tongue up, put it on the tractor. This right here collapses down, and then you can transport it on the road. For me, I'm going to collapse everything down and we're going to transport it to the other pasture. So stay tuned for more of us moving the Arrowquip, and then later on, actually maybe running some cows through it, and we're going to be doing some castrations, and I've got a few ear tags that didn't set, they got pulled out, so I need to re-tag some of my calves and just give them a good check over before the winter. So stay tuned for more. Well, welcome back to the farm. As you can see, we've moved the Arrowquip Quick Catch 74 series into our lower pasture. We're going to move it here. I've got some cattle panels I'm going to set up in this area right here, and we're basically going to make a chute to run our calves through, because I need to do some castrations, late castrations by the way, but we're going to do them anyway. And then we're going to just kind of run the other ones through there just so they can get used to going through. And I want to check one of my cows, check one of them's foot to make sure, because I saw it limping the other day. It may have just been, maybe something minor because I didn't see it today. But I just want to double check it, and while I've got the chute, it's a good time to check that cow. So anyway, it wasn't that hard to set up. Just a disclaimer, Arrowquip is not paying me. In fact, I'm looking to get a cattle working system. Arrowquip is one of them that I've looked at. I've also looked at some other ones. I've looked at a Preford. I've looked at the Tartar. I've looked at a bunch, but right now, none of them are in my market to where I can afford it, because I've got other projects that are a priority. So, you know, maybe next year, right now, you know, I'm going to continue to either rent or borrow, you know, or barter, you know, the farmer down the road from me. So he is a friend of ours, and, you know, as I've stated earlier in the video, he is who that I bought my initial herd from. So he's been real helpful, kind of helping me get started. So right now I do some bartering. I do some stuff for him, and I get to borrow the working chute. So it is a portable one. As you can see, we set it up. It didn't take that long to set up. It'll probably take me a whole lot longer to get the panels set up than it will to actually set this up. Other disclaimer, I just kind of set it up based off of how I thought it should be set up. One thing I didn't get was the instruction manual to set it up, so if anybody in the comments says you set it up backwards or you set it up wrong, I very well may have done that. So if you do get an Arrowquip and you have the instruction manual, I suggest you follow it. But it seemed pretty simple. Set the back up first to get those out, that way I wouldn't be leaning. The tub needed to swing, so I needed that off of the ground. So naturally I just figured I'd set that up first and then lower it down in the front. Probably set it, take it up the same way. I would say if you're in the market for a working chute like the one we had in our previous video, was a little bit bigger, bigger operation. It had 2 alleyways to where you could work cows in the alleyway. It also had an expandable pen system on both sides. So where this one, you're gonna have to really set it up on a corral, or you're gonna have to have panels on another truck or a trailer. The other one we borrowed, it had the corral already built into it. But there again, that may be for larger farmers. This one right here, if you've got a small corral or you've got some fencing that you can put them in, this would be perfect. For me, I don't have other locations, so I'm just gonna get a permanent mounted one and build my corral to it, and then have a working pen that I can run my cows through the head gate, through the squeeze chute, maybe even my larger goats. So this one, by having a squeeze chute, you can narrow it down, so some of the larger goats you could get in here and actually be able to control them, to be able to trim their hooves a lot better than say a stand. So stay tuned for more. I'll have some video of me putting the corral panels in. Haven't done it before, so I'm gonna kind of experiment on the best way that I feel that the cows will go through the chute the best. So we'll see if that works, and then if the next time I do it, I may try it a different way. So stay tuned for more. Well, welcome back to the farm. This is Tim with C&D Farms, and this is the next day. Actually, it's like 2 days after when we worked the cows. So we was able to use our Arrowquip Q Catch 74. As you can see right here, this is a trailer unit. It's got the squeeze chute, an alley, and then the cattle tub at the end. And I will say I borrowed this one. It's not a promotional video for Arrowquip, although I wouldn't mind having one, but I've got to get a little further along in my operation before I can afford something like this. So I do borrow it, and as I said earlier, that may be a bartering. You know, I either gonna rent it from the farmer because I am gonna need it again, so I can rent it from him, or we'll work out some type of barter arrangement. So I'll have some video me doing. I wasn't able to get me working all of the cows in it, but I did get the second day. So one of the things that I've done, you saw, I'll have video. I've set up the cattle panels. I've kind of taken some of them down. The first day that I didn't get video, I had everything up here. Well, that didn't work out too well. I had a hard time pushing the cows into the cattle tub. In fact, I even had one of the calves jump the fence. So that didn't work out too well for me. So when I done it the second day to try to get the calf, once I got the calf back in the fence, I kind of done a come over on this side. I created an alleyway. It's enough space. I created another alley going up into like a little ring there, and then they had no choice but to turn and come back this way. So kind of going with a cow's natural, they want to come back the way they came. So once they went in there, I closed it off. Well, their natural was to come back the way they came in. So learning a little bit. I've seen some Joel Stallison books on arrangements, and then there is a another lady, and her name just Temple Temple, I think is her name. Anyway, she's got a book on livestock movement, and so that was one of them. I'll put the actual name, I'll put that text in there. I think it's Temple, but I can't, I don't want to mess up the whole name, so I'll just put it in there. Anyway, she's got some good books, even had a movie about how she looks at different way of moving cattle. So anyway, so that was kind of what we done over the past, over this weekend, was moving the cow. Again, using the Arrowquip Q Catch 74. I had some video of me setting it up, had some video of me taking it down, and how easy it is. Really, it's really simple to set up. It's really simple to take down. I'm getting ready to actually now take it down and get it ready for transport one more time, and take it back to the farmer, even though it's late at night, or getting to be late at night. I just got off work. Take it back to the farmer that I borrowed it from. One thing that you know, you can kind of tell I got a little bit different attire than the first. I think when we done this, it was 80 degrees. Right now, today, 4 days later, we are getting ready to have our first big freeze for the night. So I think at low temperature tonight is supposed to be 27 degrees. So that's a big temperature swing just in less than a week. So thanks for stopping by. We'll have some more videos coming up. I've got some more barn stuff I need to do. I've got several other projects on the farm that we need to do. So stay tuned for more, and thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe.